Pisces, hello Pisces. I gotta tell you, these relationship readings are draining the hell out of me, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know. Let's say that Pisces is gonna end this on a wonderful note, right? Pisces. So this is March 2021. Relationship tarot reading. If it's not your story, leave it. If it's yours, claim it. Additionally, some of this might be for you and some might not be, but I tend to channel more than anything. You have overflow love. If I feel like I'm going to go beyond 10 or 12 minutes, I will probably do an extended reading. You can check the link below in the description box. If you're interested, all my extended readings that I ever do are available on Patreon for $7 a month. Okay, so there's no need to go, that's why I changed the way I was doing extended readings, because people like to kind of cross-watch, or they want to know what's, moon and rising and Venus sign, and they're kind of might be a little all over the place, and it's like I really feel like all the extended readings should be there for the taking. So you have a blessing on the children, breathe and overflow love. You may have children with a person that you're with, and we'll see what that's about. A blessing on the children. That's a spirit guide blessing. So that might be there might be a specific message for somebody that watches this, because like I said, this reading isn't for everybody. It's not everybody's story, all right? But there's definitely a blessing there. It's card number 11, so take that how you will, but definitely if somebody is needing a blessing on their children, or maybe you have a child that's older that's maybe struggling, or you have young children, this is about that blessing and being upon them. And in that being on the children, if you're their mother, then that blessing is upon you as a mother or as a father as well. So children are to be like our crown, they're like a crown jewel that we wear on our head, and so we want the best for our children. So and you have overflow love. That's an angel card for you, angel message, and breathe. So remaining centered and grounded. We're going to see what all this might be about, but we're going to pull an affirmation card here, and we're going to see if we can set a foundation. And my cat's being noisy, so yeah, sorry about that. Pisces, you have the hummingbird. Shift, optimism, and spontaneity. It's about I am strength and sweetness. Hummingbirds are so tiny, but they are strong little birds. Their wings are so incredibly fast, and they're very swift, and it takes a lot to keep that little machine going. So the hummingbirds are a lot about strength, but we don't tend to think of them as being strong little creatures. We think of them as being very fragile. But with that said, we have sweetness, and I'm going to read the affirmation, and I'm going to try not to be distracted by my cat. So but I'll read that, because I can't expect you to read that here. But it says, shift the vibration of thoughts, words, music, or other sounds you take in each day so they nourish you. Give yourself permission to change your mind and your direction based on what is happening in the moment. You can protect yourself by listening to your instincts. You know how to bring out the best in people and yourself by connecting with your beautiful soul. Balance and surge of activity with some divine downtime of deep stillness and rest. Give sweetly to yourself and others. You are encouraged to explore your capacity to transform and evolve. Hummingbirds have incredible stamina, but they're kind of mystical. It's like we spot a hummingbird, and it's like, oh wow, I just saw a hummingbird, and it's like a magical moment, right? And that is all about that spontaneity coming through here with this card. So that might mean something to you as well. But those are just little cards I pull on the side. They may tie into our message, and we'll see. All right. So Pisces. It's my last reading for the night. Just gonna wrap this up. Like I said, Pisces, let's end this on a good note. Let's let your reading be the best there is. I'm throwing my cards. You have the moon here coming out. So Pisces, the moon, right? and we have the Devil, and we have the Eight of Cups. Wow, okay. Interesting. Temperance. Okay. Yeah, so the Breathe card, Temperance. Temperance and Breathe. Emotional balance. Emotionally centered. Being in the moment and not being carried away. It's sometimes it's like deliberately pulling ourselves into alignment. So I just want to mention that kind of comes out with that. But temperance is also about tempering sometimes the fire with water. Sometimes it's depicted other ways. It's pouring water in one cup to the other. It's all about that flow, the emotional flow back and forth. It's graceful and it's smooth. And so temperance is about that kind of like that angelic kind of feeling when it comes to emotional balance and centeredness. And so that Breathe card is about being centered. The Overflow Love card coming out here also is about being centered and flowing outward with unconditional love. So you definitely have something interesting going on here with the moon. The moon's the lesser light. It's the light that we see at night. But remember, the moon isn't all that freaking mysterious because it reflects the light of the sun. Ultimately, the moon isn't its own light. It's reflecting the sunlight. But in the moonlight, things are darker. There are dark corners. There are things that are unknown. There are things that are hard to distinguish. There are things that are hard to see. And so sometimes our fears get the best of us. But the moon energy is also really great because it's where we get to really exercise our intuitive muscles and learn to trust those as well. So you have the Devil here. I think that, again, this is like about the fear of not knowing the unknown moving forward here with the Eight of Cups. So you definitely have something going on in your relationship where you're not seeing the whole picture. You might think or you might feel like but you have these doubts about that. And the Devil is also like there's this kind of codependent feeling I'm getting from this, or a feeling of just really being unable to let go of something. Let go of, you might have to be letting go of this person that you're with, Pisces, because they might be holding you back in a big way emotionally. You have the Eight of Cups here. Yeah, that's walking away, but that's really going in a whole new direction. And I think that this is getting yourself back into balance. So why is this going on, Pisces? Why am I seeing this mystery of the moon, like this fear of the unknown, uncertainty, and not really trusting your own internal self? And the Devil in your current circumstance. So the moon's your recent past, the Devil's your current circumstance. And that Devil card is, again, I feel like it's a toxic connection, a little bit codependent, but also it's like the fear of letting go, even though letting go of something that is not probably very good for you, at least not anymore. So there's definitely there might be somebody that's like abusive in one way or the other. It could be verbally, it could be physically, emotionally, whatever that is, but it's kind of like kept you tied to them. So that might be just for one person, but there's definitely something that's codependent and slightly toxic, at least to say the best, okay? And then the Eight of Cups, it's like, okay, that's your challenge right there, is to walk away from this person. It's just to get yourself in a better place. I think the Eight of Cups is like going towards your self-worth, knowing that you have self-worth. And so the Temperance is like that discovery of your self-worth. It's a really interesting reading. Like I said, I tend to channel, and my messages are for fewer people. I try to be as specific as possible. They're not overly general. Sometimes they are, but not always, okay? You have the Five of Pentacles coming through here too. So it's that feeling of like, okay, if I walk away, I'm going to be alone. I'm going to feel like completely insecure. But also at the same time, with that moon energy, with that Five of Pentacles under it, it's like that, still that feeling of feeling insecure anyway. So you're going to feel insecure with the person, insecure or unsecure, either or you're going to feel that way without them. So it's one or the other. It's like almost like pick your poison, but being without them is not poison. I think the poison is in the Devil, and it's in being with them. You have the Two of Cups here and the Devil. I think you might be trying to convince yourself this is a soulmate, and so you can't walk away from them. But you know what? I'm going to be brutally honest with you. We have many soulmates in a lifetime. It doesn't mean we stay with them. You may be connected to this person as a soul level, as a lesson, but it doesn't mean you have to stay with them. And under the Eight of Cups, we have, okay, well, that's too many, so I don't want that many cards, so let's try this again. Under the Eight of Cups. Okay, look at that, Ace of Pentacles. Under the Eight of Cups, you're going in a better direction. You're definitely departing a relationship. You're moving away from somebody that's not good for you. You might be trying to convince yourself that, well, if this is my soulmate, whether that's true or not, it doesn't mean you have to stay. And I think that's why, because that Two of Cups is under the Devil, I think you're holding on because of that. But this Ace of Pentacles under the Eight of Cups, it's, you know, in March, your challenge is to distance yourself from a negative energy. It's like, I almost feel like it's a negative entity. And I apologize, but I feel like somebody feels like a negative entity, but it's a negative energy. So it's the Eight of Cups, walking away from what is not in your best interest. And Temperance, Pisces, Temperance. I was hoping like you were going to have like a hot, passionate fling going on, but you're not. Ace of Wands, Temperance. You're regaining control of your life. I feel like you are, you're regaining control of your life. You're releasing yourself. Yeah, you're releasing yourself from like kind of like feeling a little like having unclear expectations, unrealistic expectations in this relationship, clouded judgment. And so that's kind of like where you're going, is you're coming out of that. I'm going to go and do an extended. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot to pull some cards a little deeper and see if I can get more specific. Maybe I can, or we'll just get some more answers or some more insight. So Pisces, that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the extended. If that interests you, check out the description box below. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.